Why don't men leave when they're unhappy?
This one's gonna hit hard. Why don't men leave when they're unhappy? Well, let's start with the upbringing. From birth to death, men are held accountable for everything they do. Terms, "it was a mistake," or "I didn't know any better," those aren't terms we can use. Nobody listens. And when you cock up, like every human being does, you have to bear the consequences. And you're reminded continuously that it's your responsibility, you did this. There's no free pass, there's no second chances, there's no innocent mistakes for men. All we receive is judgment and consequences. I'd really like to tell you that when we do things right, that we're appreciated for that and it's acknowledged. Even my video that went viral, I received a lot of support on it because I was talking to men about how, obviously, April 24th, bad idea, we won't stand for it. But even that video got a bucket load of hate from certain groups of women. So even when we do something right, we're treated like we're doing something wrong. Why don't men leave when they're happy? Well, there are men who leave when they're not happy, and they become part of the unaliving statistics. Because there's not much in a man's life that is happy. A man has one thing, and that is responsibility. The truth is, it's a burden we carry without expecting any reward. In fact, we expect even if we do carry out our role as the responsible person, we will still be treated like dirt. When a man is unhappy in a relationship, the only thing that he can think is, it's my fault. It's my responsibility. I have to fix this. Unfortunately, a fair amount of the time, it isn't their fault and they can't fix it. And what are they supposed to do? Find happiness elsewhere? A man finds himself in a state of comfort when he fulfills his responsibilities, not happiness. And when he can't, he stops being comfortable and his own idea of himself is crushed. The reality is this needs to change. Men are constantly trying to be the best they can be and always worrying about the responsibility that they have. And if men stop doing that, they're going to be treated worse than they already are. This is a culture change that needs to happen with women. You lot need to stop teaching your boys that his entire life means nothing except for the responsibilities that he is able to achieve. You need to find a way to give a man actual happiness rather than just the fulfillment of completing his responsibilities. Above all else, you need to take responsibility for your part in the ending of the relationship. And you need to take into account all of the actions you've taken in the past that have led millions of men around the world to be used to being depressed and not expecting any more. Men don't leave because leaving is no better than staying, but it is their job to make it work.